Now, 2 days after 80 minutes of the first round of negotiations in Switzerland, significant differences have cropped up between the United States and Iran. While the two sides signed an initial 60-day roadmap under the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding, there are some fundamental differences that still persist regarding sanctions relief, asset releases, Strait of Hormuz, and, of course, the Iranian nuclear issue. Under the initial terms, the US and Iran had agreed to address the stockpile of the enriched uranium. However, there are deep divisions that still persist. The American President Donald Trump has now doubled down on inspections by the IAEA of the bombed nuclear sites in Iran. Now, Trump says that Iran has fully agreed to nuclear inspections long into the future. Tehran, however, has denied making any such concessions as part of the talks on a permanent end to the war between the two nations. Listen in.
We have not had a meeting with the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, nor do we have any plans for the agency to inspect Iran's nuclear facilities damaged by the US and Zionist military aggression.
Iran's frozen assets has emerged as another sticking point. Iran's chief negotiator, Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf, has said that arrangements for the release of $12 billion in frozen Iranian assets have been finalized during the talks with the US officials in Switzerland, a claim Washington has neither confirmed nor denied in full. Now, US officials maintain that sanctions, relief and also the release of frozen Iranian assets remain strictly conditional. Conversely, Tehran claims the deal already entitles them to broader economic concessions and oil exports.
We need to obtain waivers so that we can sell our oil and conduct our banking activities. These restrictions must be temporarily lifted until we are able to remove the sanctions completely. These waivers have now been secured and the relevant agreements have been signed.
Now, the future of the Strait of Hormuz remains unsettled. Ship traffic has picked up in the crucial waterway since Iran and the United States signed an interim deal to end the war. But questions surrounding the control of the vital waterway and whether the vessels will be charged tolls to cross it could interfere with the negotiations to forge lasting peace. Now, over the weekend, Tehran and Washington had clashed over the Strait of Hormuz. President Donald Trump had threatened that the US might impose its own tolls on the strait crossings if a final deal with Iran is not reached during the country's 60-day negotiating period. No one country owns the Strait of Hormuz, which borders both Iran and Oman. But the Memorandum of Understanding allows Iran to manage the strait for now. Iran has agreed not to charge transiting vessels tolls for 60 days, but it plans to impose maritime service fee for vessels that want to navigate through the Strait of Hormuz following the 60-day negotiation period. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.